What's worthwhile? Healing mind, body, and spirit. I'm Ramsey Zimmerman. I choose peace of mind, vitality of body, and joy of spirit over stress, exhaustion, or overwhelm. Together, let's explore and pursue the many ways to build holistic health and wellness.
Hey there, it's Ramsey here. You know, sometimes things sneak up on you. Emotions, bad habits, responsibilities. There are so many things to do that sometimes we take the easy routes, give in to our laziness, not take the extra time to do all the things that we know we should. But eventually, those things catch up with us. Or sometimes, there is a trigger event that sets strains into motion. Sometimes, a doctor looks you in the eye and tells you that things need to change, like fast. I guess my point is that sometimes things sneak up on you and give you a swift kick in the ass, but it doesn't need to be like that. If you're paying attention, maybe you can see them coming. My guest this week mentioned in our conversation that a few years back she was in a car accident and her health went haywire afterwards. She didn't think it was the car accident in isolation that threw her off. She realized later that a whole host of things had piled up in her life and in her body that made her vulnerable to a trigger event like that physical trauma of the car accident. I wonder how many of us walk around in a similar condition. We do our best, we work hard, we have a lot of responsibilities, a lot of people counting on us, a lot riding on our shoulders. There's never enough time to do everything right. I mean, it's not like we're doing things wrong, not doing anything bad or evil, just not doing everything right all the time. Not making it to every workout. Okay, not making it to work out, period. Not eating the healthiest vegetables every day. Or not eating any vegetables every day. Not hitting the pillow on schedule at bedtime every night. Maybe not actually having a bedtime. Aw, come on, surely we're not that bad. We've got it mostly under control, right? I mean, we're not drinking every single night, right? Look, I'm not saying that we should try to be perfect or expect to be perfect. I'm saying that all the little things, they sneak up on you eventually. I think it's human nature to keep going, keep pushing, keep fighting, even if it means accumulating and relying upon some shortcuts and bad habits and coping mechanisms. We feel like we need to tackle the biggest things and not sweat the small stuff. But what happens when the pile of small stuff gets pretty big? Will we trip over it? A couple of years ago, I went back to the doctor after blowing it off for a year or 3 or 5. I got new insurance, so it was the right time to go back. My doctor took my blood pressure. Twice. Then she looked me in the eye and said something to the effect of, I should maybe send you to the ER right now to get an IV to lower your blood pressure so that you don't have a stroke. Or at least that's what I heard. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. She probably said something slightly more diplomatic than that. How'd I take the news? Like a champ. I literally had a panic attack and fainted on the spot in her office. It wasn't a stroke, but I mean, that was the best that I could do on short notice. Yeah. All those French fries and ginger ales and missed workouts had snuck up on me. So then I went back on the BP meds and began to learn about and really clean up my eating and lifestyle. Is that what you're waiting for? Your doctor to scare you like that? It's effective, but traumatic. Is that really necessary? Maybe it will be. Maybe you're walking around right now knowing that you're doing some of the wrong things or not always doing the right things. Maybe because you're distracted or because your priorities are on the big things or focused on accomplishing your goals or your boss's goals or serving your family and their needs. But here's the thing. What they really need is you. For you to be healthy and strong and productive and reliable, in order to keep being there for them and to keep achieving your goals, they need you to be in your best shape and your best health. I hope that sounds empowering and not like an extra pressure or guilt trip. I'll say it again. The people who care about you and count on you, that you are running yourself ragged for, they don't want you ragged. They want you strong and capable. If this message has your head spinning, maybe it's time to take a good look around. What is sneaking up on you? If something is, I'll bet you actually know what it is. You just didn't want to see it, didn't want to deal with it yet, right? But here's the thing. It's easier to deal with things sooner rather than later, especially if we recognize the smaller signs and heed them, if we take them seriously, if we're not stubborn about our denial, if we're not fully locked into our assumptions, mindsets, and practices. I've been through a lot of change the last couple of years, and I'm putting a lot of thought into how to help other people change and grow. I've realized that I put up with a lot until I didn't. I felt the need to make a pretty drastic life change, which was a career shift. But maybe if I had taken more decisive action sooner, it would not have been necessary. Maybe you feel like something is sneaking up on you. Maybe it's your weight or your blood pressure or loss of stamina or sleep. Maybe you've been successfully ignoring it up until now. I guess maybe I'm saying that you should maybe come to terms with that thing. Admit to yourself that it's a real issue and you should deal with it head on. Because maybe it's sneaking up on you and it's going to break through and cause you some real problems. If it does, you won't be able to ignore it anymore. Maybe there will be some doctor's orders. Maybe there will be an ambulance involved. Or maybe just an outburst directed at someone you care about who didn't deserve it. I don't mean to get on your case or scare you very much. I'm just saying, take it from me, a guy who walked away from a 30-year career, that it might be better to deal with some issues sooner than later, before they're done sneaking up on you. They'll likely be easier to deal with and easier to walk back before any hell breaks loose. If you want to talk about it, or if you think maybe I can help you with it, let me know. Reach out. I'd love to hear what's on your mind, heart, and body. I don't claim to have all the answers, but I have a few ideas and I'd love to connect with you. And for today, that is enough.
Looking for more? Visit what'sworthwhile.net to listen to podcast episodes, learn from books and articles, and live better by choosing healthy products and practices. I'm now offering services through Worthwhile Advisors for personal coaching, professional advising, speaking, and group facilitation. If you or your team are ready to reduce stress and anxiety, build vitality and momentum, and accomplish your goals without burning out, then please contact me, Ramsey Zimmerman, through the website or on social media like Instagram, X, or LinkedIn. Thanks.